We are back.
Welcome back to our channel, everybody. Happy Thursday. We are so glad to see you.
Today we thought we would come at you with a bit of a Q&A, or is it the other way around? You come at us with a Q&A.
We come at you with the answers.
Exactly. Because a lot of people ask us a lot of questions, a lot of people don't fully understand things, and we just want to clarify a few things or answer your burning questions about what it's like to live in a haunted house. Because fortunately or unfortunately, I guess it's the stance you take on it, not a lot of people do live in a haunted house.
That's true.
Before we get into the video though, we just want to give a massive shout out to our members. Every single one of you that has signed up for our membership after we changed it, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, then be sure to head down into the description. At the top there will be a link, you can follow it, $2.99 a month. That is all, and you get absolutely everything, including videos, new extra videos, and early access to videos.
Yeah, they're members only videos.
Absolutely. So, before we get into the video, be sure to
get yourself a brew,
turn off the lights,
and let's get into the video.
Yeah. Right, first question of the day. Are you ready?
Yes, give it to me.
Hey, how do you think you would feel if David's family / friends approached you?
Well, I'd be really open to it.
I would be as well. I mean, we've always been shut down whenever we've asked Dave about his family.
Yeah.
But maybe he'd take a different approach if he was approached by his family. Do you forget what I mean?
Yeah, or if they approached us.
Yeah.
I would be so open to it as long as they were.
Yeah, I mean,
And I would ask them for permission on a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, like, if they wanted it to be shared online, then, like, by all means, we would do that for them.
Yeah.
Likewise, if they didn't want it shared online, we'd still go through with it because we'd absolutely love that.
Yeah.
What a cool question. I've never thought about it like that.
What do you mean you still go through with not sharing it online?
No. We wouldn't. We would go through with, like, helping them, but, like, not sharing it online.
Yes, that's okay. I understand that.
Yeah, cool. Which is the most frightening experience you've had to date? Ghost emoji.
Frightening.
Yes, frightening. I think for me, when the CCTV picked up on the scissors flying out the drawer, because, like, it wasn't frightening, but it was like, what if we were stood there? Like, maybe it wouldn't have happened if we were stood there, but you can never write it off, can you?
For me, it was probably when I was walking up to that, like, hissing sound in my ear, and then my hair was moved, and I caught it on a clip.
Yeah, I think I would be pretty spooked by that as well, actually.
Or my name being called on.
Yeah, that would also spook me. I think, yeah.
The more that happens, the less afraid I feel.
Yeah, I feel like something that people don't quite understand is that we are quite desensitized to what happens in the house because we experience it so often. Like, if you're exposed to something often enough, you will become desensitized.
Yeah.
Are the movements robotic or natural? Can you detect fluidity on movements of objects? I don't know. It doesn't seem like...
I wouldn't say it's robotic, but I wouldn't say that fluid, because it almost feels like when things do move, it feels like an effort, apart from obviously when it's like, explosive.
I mean, like, it doesn't feel natural, so in that sense it is like supernatural how it looks when it moves. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And also there's different movements, like things that slide are like a lot more fluid, and then the things that just are like yeeted off a shelf.
Yeeted, I love that.
You know? And I always feel like Dave and Andy use gravity to their advantage a lot of times.
Like they use a little bit of force and then gravity takes care of the rest.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, let's set a light goal. They love a light goal, these lot. They're very good at them these days.
Okay,
so I think they're quite accustomed to our light goals.
Okay,
let's go for what?
700.
You think they're capable of 700 lights?
I don't know. I don't want to. They're capable of anything. You guys, you could do anything you put your mind to.
700 lights. I feel like that's a bit steep for this lot.
Okay, and if you do that...
Do you think that's going to work?
No.
Reverse psychology?
And if you can get us to 700 likes, we will...
Oh, what are we going to do?
What will we do?
Lainey will give you a kiss. All 700 of you.
Okay.
Every single one of you a kiss.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, if you want one. I mean, you might not want one. That might get a lot of thumbs down. People might not want my kisses.
People want your kisses. People want your love. Anyway, back into the video. Is it just your home that is active, or are any neighbours?
We've asked the neighbours.
We have asked the neighbours.
And they don't really...
They didn't really give much away, did they? Like,
no.
You're convinced that one set of neighbours was not letting on to the truth about what they might be experiencing, if they are experiencing something.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's an interesting one.
I might ask them again.
Yeah, maybe we should just, like, repeatedly asked, like, you know, are you okay? If it's like, yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? No, I'm not really okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. How much activity from Dave and Andy do you get?
So it comes in waves. It comes in like periods that are a lot more busy, and then really like quiet times. When it is busy, like it's daily.
It is busy.
It's daily.
Like, we're going through a bit of a phase at the minute where we're getting things quite often, aren't we?
Yeah. And then when it's quiet, it'll be like one thing a week, or sometimes we'll go like a couple of weeks, and then we could probably say, like, on average we'll experience something every couple of days. Yeah,
absolutely. It might be a little dangerous to live in the house. Have you ever thought about changing it? We have thought about moving.
Yeah, we have.
We've always said, though, me and Lainey, we've had multiple conversations about it, that if any of us, me, Lainey or Boo, were ever hurt, got to remember Boo, then we would, like, take action on, like, getting rid or trying to cleanse the house, because we're renting, so we can't really break the lease because it works out quite expensive. So I'd rather cleanse the house than leave.
I think that I'd take other options first, before just escaping.
I think we'd get Sam over and be like, what's going on?
Or like a priest or something.
Get Bishop James over and then go on TikTok. He's always welcome. Is Boo safe when you guys are there? So this is kind of a bit of a follow-on. We get this quite a lot. Like, is the cat scared? So the cat does get quite scared, doesn't he? Like, at the activity. Not scared, but there's rooms.
He, like, reacts to it.
So, like, we can always, like, he's almost like a little bit of a ghost detector. Like, he will just kind of go and then look at something and that's not there. To look. And then we're like, okay, there's something over there.
There's rooms that he doesn't like to go into.
So if we take him in, he will hiss. He will try his absolute best to try and get out of there. And then there's just flat out, he refused to go in rooms.
But I don't think he's, like, upset or anything. I mean, he still comes home.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's it's just
he's generally really relaxed.
Yeah, good vibe. Do you ever get scared going upstairs if the other person is downstairs?
I'll let you answer that.
Abso-friggin-lutely. Like, I am a big fan of the back-to-back method, where, like, I will take Lainey's back and she'll take mine, and then, like, I'll creep down the stairs, so if anything happens, I can see her 6 and she can see mine.
For me, though, I'll just, like, if I need to get up and have a drink in the night, I won't bother putting lights on. I'll just walk downstairs. There's been times where Ben's been like, okay, I'll go and get us a drink.
I will turn every single light on the way down.
I watch him on the CCTV, and like, you just see the hand creep around the door into the kitchen, flick the light on, then the door will go open. He won't even open the door
I will
properly.
even peek through the door just to make sure that there's nothing out of place before going in, because I'm a bit sus of these boys sometimes. Do you communicate with him? Like, is he friendly? Very curious, from boring Oregon. Well, that doesn't sound boring to me.
I don't think Oregon sounds boring.
No. So we do like to communicate with him, like, all the time.
I talk to him all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you will just open and talk to him. Yeah. I'm more of a kind of, like, spirit box kind of guy. I will talk if I can get a response.
Yeah.
And, like, spirit boards. We've done loads of things. If you check back on the channel, you can't miss it. I want to live there with you.
Come on, then.
Oh, yeah, man. Is your house old or new? How did the spirits come to attach to it?
They're not attached to the house, they're attached to us.
Well, the house you say us, that's a royal us. Attached to you.
But it's not the house that's haunted.
No.
It's me.
It's her.
And it's thought that he attached himself to us when we were out one day. I'm always pulling. I'm always, like, bringing, like, tag-alongs home and stuff, so... Yeah, wait, that sounds weird. We're not into swinging or anything.
How do family and friends feel about coming over to your house? Do they believe you? So...
We've had family and friends who've experienced things in the house.
Yes, we have spoken about it quite often on our channel, so if you go back into older videos, you will see, but we did have a friend come over who refuses to come over anymore because he experienced things. No, he lasted, like, 2 days.
Yeah, the second night, in the early hours, he left.
Yeah, he was like,
he's never been back
I'm
since.
out, see you later.
Poor bugger.
Can you feel a presence either when there is no activity or when something is happening?
Yes. And it feels like if you are at home, say, like, you're chilling in your room if you're a bit younger, or if you're out, like, in the living room or whatever, having a bit of a relax, and you know that there's people in the house. They're just, I don't know, upstairs in their own rooms, or they're in the shower. Like, it's that feeling of, like, you know that you're not alone in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, there'll be times where I just feel like is there. Dave or Andy are there. Never like when I'm in the shower or anything like that. But you know, like I'll be in the kitchen and I feel like something brush up on the back of my neck. Or there was this one time where I was cooking and I was over at the hob, and there was I felt like a hand on like my back, like on either side of my waist, and I thought it was Ben, so I turned around and there was nobody there.
For me, I don't really pick up on things like that because like I think you're more psychically in tune than I ever will be. But I think for myself, there's been not loads of times, but a few times where I've had like tinnitus in my left ear, and apparently that is a sign that there's something around with you.
That's what we've been told.
That's what we've been told by like multiple people. So, and
for a long time before we knew who Dave was, and when we were like pretending that it wasn't happening, I used to get this really strange feeling in my head, across the side of my head, and it continued after we started to share it. People used to comment about how annoying it was in our earlier videos that I was always touching my hair and I was always touching my head. It was always when we were talking about our experiences with Dave and what had been going on, and I'm pretty sure that was Dave putting it onto me, like what was happening to him, because as soon as we learned that eased.
Yeah.
As soon as we learned that he had a car accident and it was like a fatal head injury.
It eased. Yeah. That's pretty mad. It's because you're psychic, man. This is why I'll never be psychically tapped.
You're just tapped.
You're not wrong.
I know.
Has it ever physically hurt you two?
No,
nope.
Never.
And hopefully it never will. Like, if it does, well, no. Like we said, if it does, like, we'll take the necessary precautions to try and, like, get rid. But until that day, we're good.
Yeah, and one thing I want to, like, emphasise is that we don't live in this house feeling fear. We're not, like, afraid. It's just, like, if you were to come to our home, it feels really calm and chill, and people comment on how calm it is when they come over. Especially in the evening, you have the nice lamps on and we just relax and chat and have music in the background, and you don't walk in with the heavy feeling like, oh my god. And I've been places like that.
Unless you're psychic Sam.
Well, no, Sam just gets knocked off her feet. Richard did as well.
Yeah, he did.
And Emma did as well.
Yeah.
They all felt it.
They were all absolutely whammed.
We just come skipping through like Precious Daisy's like, la la la, Dave, I'm home. Andy, are you visiting? Are you so not afraid? Because we're used to it.
Absolutely,
It didn't always be that way, but we've lived here for long enough. It just feels normal. I think the more you're exposed to something, the more like you can learn to live with it and accept it, and that's just where we're at.
Think of it as a really loud noise. Think of our ghost as a really loud noise. If you're exposed to this really loud noise for long enough, it becomes background noise.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Dave and Andy are.
Yeah.
They're just part of the background.
Or like really bad smells, you get nose blind.
Yeah.
We're just ghost blind.
Either that or we're just stupid.
Well,
probably the latter.
No sense, no feeling, eh?
Was there any mention when you were buying the house, or have you since contacted the previous owner? I don't think the house was haunted when the previous owners were here.
Well, even if it was, it's not exactly
a great USP, is it? It's not like a real estate agent's going to go around and be like,
oh, by the way, guys, just before you sign that contract, it's actually haunted.
I would still take a house I knew was haunted.
Nope, not
Definitely.
a chance. Not a chance.
Would you guys do that?
Have you seen any apparitions or shadow or figure? What does it look like? So when we first moved in, 6 weeks after, I kind of used to see things out the corner of my eyes. More recently, I have seen it literally full blown for the first time ever. And to me, what it looks like is, picture a really stocky bodybuilder like, I don't know, like Batista. Think of Batista. You know, like, he's got that big build. He's, like, not really got much of a neck because his shoulders are absolutely wham. Like, kind of like a rounded head. Like, that's literally what it looked like to me.
And that's why I think that was Andy, because Andy was into the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Dave's a lot more slender. He's, like, got, like, a...
I've never seen Dave.
More athletic build, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I've definitely seen things in the house. I saw an old lady. I saw a shadow by the bed. I've seen a shadow walk up the stairs and stand at the top of the stairs. And by a shadow, I mean, like, just literally standing there.
Right, last question, and it's a pretty good one to end on. So this is more of a question for me, I think, and you as well.
Okay.
So, where is the strangest place you've ever found your wallet? Still makes me giggle. So, if you don't already know, when we first moved into the house, my wallet would always go rogue. This was before
it still does.
Yes. This is
as often.
before we like knew the house was haunted, essentially. And I would find it just in the middle of absolutely nowhere in a completely different place to the house.
Like rooms we hadn't been in, and
yeah,
like stuff, like cupboards that it could, like, how could it have got in there?
Yeah. Used to be that Lainey thought it was just a massive cop out of me paying.
It was like I was like, you just want me to pay for date night.
And I was like, no, I don't know where it's gone. You used to get really frustrated with me at times as well.
Like, oh, what a shock! Ben's lost his wallet again.
It always used to be so convenient because if we need to go on nights out or whatever, no ID. No ID. Absolutely screwed me.
I don't get ID'd anymore, so
but
sucks to be you.
So I found it down the back of a toilet. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. You're like, what? Now think of it like this. So you've got the toilet bowl and you've got round the back, but like where all the pipes and stuff are.
It wasn't in the pipes, but it was like wedged between,
Yeah.
like where it's like the pipes are all boxed in.
Yeah. You got the oofer and then the doofer, and then my wallet was inside the oofer and doofer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but like I'll just try and find a picture, and
was
if
like,
I can,
that
I'll
wallet
superimpose
cost me
it.
£70 for you, like, and that's where that's been left. I was like, are you sure it didn't fall out your pocket or anything?
My wallet probably didn't even have £70 in it. So that has been some of your burning questions about what it's like to live in a haunted gaff, and thank you so much to everyone who sent a question. Sorry if we didn't get to answer your question, but maybe we'll do a part 2 to this, who knows.
If you enjoyed tonight's video, we would love it if you'd give us a thumbs up. You know the score. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already.
Tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload, and come and find us on our social medias as well. It's at Lainey and Ben on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.
We'd love to see you along there. That's where we share everything first. So if you want to see things as they happen, that's where you're going to find it. But always come back and say hi to us over here.
Absolutely. So with all that said, we hope that you've enjoyed. We can't wait to see you in the next video. And
spook to you later.
peace.